Alrighty, how we doing today? So today we're gonna be making chicken tenders. It's more like chicken tender, chicken bites, depending on how long you cut them. I like to do bites better. It's a little bit easier for me, and I can fit more in my air fryer. Is how we're gonna cook them. But the only ingredients you're gonna need. So the seasonings I use is curry powder. I use Himalaya salt, and then black pepper again, and then you'll need mayonnaise. And then I just use just regular breadcrumbs. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and season it. So I already cut it up into sizes that I like. So yeah, you can definitely change it to how you like. But I like mine a little bit smaller. Some people do like thicker and longer. Me, not too privy on that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and throw some salt in here. And also, I was talking to like my brother and stuff, my mom, and you guys in my ribeye video said, you're touching the meat than touching the containers. Yeah, you wash or you wipe them down before you put them back. You don't throw them back in there. It's easier to go ahead and touch it with meaty hands than kind of wash them and keep doing it. So yeah, that's how I do it. So we'll go ahead and mix this kind of in. I probably shouldn't have used this deep of a bowl, but whatever. Go ahead and wash my hands for you, Twin Creeks.
Back, no.
Nice. Alrighty, so we're gonna put some breadcrumbs out onto the plate. I normally have to add some more about halfway through, depending on how much I use. We'll spread that out. And so I'm running kind of low on mayo too. We'll need to get some more, but so normally what I do, I hate the feeling of mayo, but normally I just get some and rub it on. I know some people use egg yolk or egg.
Sorry.
Some people use egg. I don't like egg. I cooked it before in my air fryer and it just doesn't cook as good. And so my dad actually told me to use mayo. And mayo, I feel like it's a little bit, it keeps it a little bit juicier. And it also helps it like tenderize it, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so I always do it with mayo now. It's a little bit easier. So yeah, we'll kind of. But yeah, I hate the feeling of it. It feels disgusting. Normally Damaris does this part, but she's not doing it. She's busy taking care of our doggies. So yeah, to put it in the breadcrumbs, I kind of flip it over back and forth a couple times to kind of soak it all in. Before I've put like mayo actually in the bowl and done it that way to like get them all like ready for the breadcrumbs, and then I've put the breadcrumbs actually in the bowl also, and I've done it that way. It didn't come out as good. It was really like patchy. So I guess if you could have a better method, that would be the fastest way, because this is the longest part of the whole process, which is kind of boring to me, but needs to get done to obviously eat chicken tenders. But yeah, I would say this is one meal that I haven't really mastered yet. It's kind of hard because it really depends on the breadcrumbs. Sometimes it like burns the breadcrumbs, but like the chicken's still super moist and juicy. But the breadcrumbs are burnt, so it's kind of hard. So I don't know if it's just like a different kind of breadcrumbs or if there's any other kind of crumbing. I've seen people, not on chicken tenders, but I see people use like Ritz crackers before for certain breading on certain things. So I wonder if that would even be good, not on chicken tenders, but just throw out something in general. You can see it gets really sticky to your fingers. Like I said, I do smaller bites, a little bit easier for me. That's how I kind of enjoy them. I use two different types of sauces for dipping sauce. I have the Asian Sing sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings. We bought just the sauce because I really like it, but I'm not a huge fan of Buffalo Wild Wings anymore. Their food's not too good to me. So I bought their Asian Sing sauce, and then I have Dijon mustard, which I really like. I actually started eating that because I lived at my grandparents' house during the summers when I was in college, and they had Dijon mustard there. So it's either Dijon mustard or hot sauce. And I wasn't a huge fan of eating hot sauce with a lot of my food. So I started eating Dijon mustard a lot. So I use that almost for anything. I put that on brats, my chicken tenders, hamburgers. So I use it for a lot of things. But yeah, so we'll still keep this going. You see we got quite a few left in here, bud. And we'll see how many we got, but I tend to throw them all in my air fryer at once. It's a little bit easier that way for me as well. I've done it before because this is the Ninja Max air fryer. I know they have one bigger, but it's a dual compartment air fryer. So I don't know if that would be more beneficial. I've seen it and thought about getting one. But mine holds just about everything I ever need it to cook. So I haven't really thought about getting the dual one because I didn't know. I would probably get the dual one for days where I cooked buffalo chips. So I would preferably eat buffalo chips with this. So it'd be good because you could cook it both at once. But I mean, besides that, I wouldn't really use a dual compartment one too much, but really just depends. But yeah, I tend to throw them all in at once. I know some people just do it to where it covers the bottom. Me, I don't do that. I think it takes up too much time. And by the time you're done with your second, third round of chicken tenders, chicken bites, I guess depending on how thick you put them too, your first round, second round are getting cold. So I tend to do it all at once. It's just the easiest way for me. Goodness, we have a lot. Alrighty, so we're almost done. I think we got a few more. But yeah, I know some people just buy like Tyson chicken tenders, stuff like that. I don't even know what other brands of chicken tenders there are. I really don't ever eat them. I tend to make my own. I think it's a lot more fun making your own. I don't know how much healthier it is, but who knows? But yeah, it is more fun. I mean, it is more time consuming rather than just buying them and just heating your hair fryer up and throwing them in. But oh well. Almost done. So yeah. And yes, I went to play Xbox yesterday and I realized, so I have Astro A40s, like $300 headphones. Had them for a while now. I bought them originally when I went to South Carolina. And yeah, my lovely catfish decided to chew through my cords. So that's fun. I had to order more cords, so we're kind of waiting on those as well. Alrighty, we got one left. One little guy. Alrighty. We'll kind of leave that. I'm gonna wash my hands. So you can see they get quite disgusting. I really hate the feeling of it. Yeah, I'm not good with smells either, so it doesn't smell too great. All right, Lindsay, this is where you're going to want to take notes. You're going to preheat your air fryer, actually, instead of just throwing it all in. So you have a Max Crisp air fry. What do you say?
I can't see it.
You have a Max Crisp air fry, air roast, air broil, bake, reheat, dehydrate. I normally just do air fry. I've used Max Crisp before. But other than that, I've never really used anything else. I know dehydrating is more for like fruit and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never used it. So yeah, we'll do it at 390. We'll start it at 20 minutes. I don't really go by that. I normally let it preheat for about 2-3-ish minutes and really see just to where it gets warm. So we can kind of start putting this in the sink right now and into the dishwasher. But we'll start in the sink right now. Oh my goodness, they saw your leg. Ew, that's gross. I thought that was the mayo lid. And I did buy a nice GoPro kit. I've had my GoPro, I think, for 3-ish years now, something like that. And my dad actually bought it for me because I remember I wanted one so bad. And I was visiting on spring break to North Carolina. And I was telling my parents how I was going to use it all the time. And I didn't want to buy one. So my mom made a bet that if I did like 10 push-ups with my dad on my back, she would buy me one. So sure enough, I did 10 push-ups and she bought me one. It's almost at 2 minutes. Yeah, get it nice and preheated. I don't know. Lindsay says she doesn't preheat hers. Summer said she doesn't. I don't know why. I think it's like more of an oven. You want it to get nice and preheated so when you put them in, they're ready to go. But I don't know their logic on it. Beyond me. So yeah, we're right at 2 minutes. So like I said, I put them all in at once. I try to disperse them as evenly as possible. It's kind of hard. Like I said, I do stack them. I don't like taking multiple times to kind of let them cook. And every time I've done this, they seem to still cook pretty well to me. So, we'll put these in. Alright, so right now, we're roughly at 17-ish minutes. I let them cook on and off for about 3-4 minutes at a time and shake them. So I kind of fast forward through this part just because I don't have. Alrighty, so we're gonna go and take the chicken tenders out, and we'll dump them right here on the plate. So you can see they kind of look like yellowish, kind of, or at least to me they do. I don't know if they will in the video. That's actually my curry powder. I have bought a curry powder before that has never really done that, but I guess this one turns whatever I put it on yellow. But yeah, so these are the chicken tenders. Like I said, I'll probably use Asian Sing sauce, the Buffalo Wild Wing sauce, or Dijon mustard. Tonight I probably won't because I actually was craving like a KFC bowl on the way home. So Dominique's made mashed potatoes, corn. So I'll kind of do something like that and eat that. But yeah, so pretty simple. I think it was about 10 minutes of cooking time. So yeah, well, hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye. We're gonna add on this last little part. Dominique didn't get her mashed potatoes shown. So here she is with mashed potatoes and corn that's not made. But yeah, so thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.